India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Welcome or welcome back. Either way, I am so happy to see you. Well, not really, I can't see you, but I'm so happy that you can see me and you're watching my video. Let's do it like that. Alright, so today's video will be a little bit of a updated video, and I guess an update video. I did not do an unboxing of this because I know I bought this during Christmas and I was sick when it came in the mail. So yeah, that's what happened with that one. But I did do another video where I did talk about LV toiletry alternatives. I can't get my title out, but that was the name of that video. So if you saw that video, which I'll link up above if you're interested, but if you saw that video, then you would have saw this item that I'm going to talk about now. And it's going to be an updated video of kind of why I got this and what are my thoughts now. So it's more so going to be pointed at, not at Etro. So quick, I don't know, backstory here is, this is an Etro, I think they categorize it as a clutch. I bought it from BlueFi. Shout out to the folks that's been shopping online for luxury items for several years. You already know who you are, and you have heard of BlueFi if that's the case. Thumb this video up if you've heard of BlueFi. I got this item from BlueFi. Quick backstory here. So quick spin. It looks very similar to another famous, storied, iconic fashion house, and that is the Louis Vuitton Toiletry bags. So this one is kind of, not bags, but toiletry pouches. So this one would be probably the equivalent size to the Toiletry 15, which I wanted. Actually almost bought it last year, either last year or the year before. Almost bought it, decided against it, and then it sold out again when I checked on it a couple of days later. And then they had the price increase, and I was just like, I draw the line at $500. I'm not spending over $500 for a canvas item that has a little bit of leather. That's just me. If you want to buy it, go ahead. I'm not saying you should not, but for me, I draw the line at that. I'm not doing it. So just because I said I draw the line at that did not take away the desire to want it. And I will just be very honest and open here. The reason that I really, really wanted it is not only because I like the style of it, but it was because it was a Louis Vuitton piece. I mean, let's just be honest. That is what it was. That's really why I wanted it. I really liked it, but also it was from Louis Vuitton, so I wanted that piece because it was from Louis Vuitton. Anyway, got the Etro, which this one was, I think, regular price $250. I paid less than that from BlueFi. So I think it was like $125, something like that, when I bought it from Etro, and does the same job. Now, anyway, so let me move on from there. So I wanted to do an update because I wondered to myself, okay, I bought this item, and I know a lot of you probably have done the same thing where you buy something that is supposed to fit the bill or be just as good as the item that you really, really want, but because you're not buying the item that you really, really want. And it could be several reasons why. It could be budget, it could be availability, it could be, just whatever the reason is, you're not going after the A item, so you get a B item that kind of fits the bill and what you need to take its place. And that's completely the reason why I bought this. So I did want to talk about, now that it's been several months since I bought it, how I'm feeling. Do I still have that desire to have the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch? Because what I'm wondering is, if you're in that same boat where the item A that you really, really wanted you didn't get, but you got something to make do for the item A, do you still desire the other item? Do you end up going to get it? And I just wanted to talk about more so my experience and how I'm feeling specifically for this item here. Now, I will say I bought other items before and still ended up going for the item I really, really wanted because it just did not quench the thirst. It did not fit the bill the way that the fully desired item did. So in some cases, I know it's just cheaper to go ahead and get the item you really, really want. If you can. Sometimes you can't. But anyway, so like I said, I will be talking about specifically from this standpoint of this one here. So this item is very much similar to the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch in size, in design. It's canvas, except for it's just the historic, iconic paisley print. And then the interior is a little bit different. So the interior of the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch is a wipeable material. This is not, but it's logoed Etro on the inside. And then the little tab, I think, is a little bit longer for Louis Vuitton, and it's made out of the vachette, so the untreated leather, whereas this one is made out of cowhide. So, and it actually has a coating on the top of it, so that way it actually looks a little bit like it already started its patina, basically. So if you're familiar with Louis Vuitton vachette, it starts to patina over time. So this one already kind of has that slightly patina look to it, but it has a coating on top of it that it'll just stay like this instead of getting darker over time. So there are a little bit, you know, a little bit of improvements or a little bit of differences, however you want to categorize it. But basically, it's the same item, but way less money. So overall, I will say I am not sad that I bought this. Okay? I will say there are times when I look at a toiletry pouch and I sometimes think, I kind of feel like I still want it, but I'm still not going to cross that line. I'm still not, the line is in the sand. Maybe it'll change in the future. I don't know, but I'm not going over there. Now, as I've had this over time, like I said, for several months now, my desire for the toiletry pouch has changed. And I wanted to talk about that. When I say for the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch, it has changed. So I made a little bit of notes so that way I don't get off topic here. But first off, like I said, just to be, you know, just open really here, is the biggest difference, like I said, between this one and the Louis Vuitton one was that one was Louis Vuitton, this one's Etro. Everybody's talking about Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton sells at a higher retail price, blah, blah, blah. Etro, which you may not hear a lot about. You may never have heard of Etro, depending on just what your exposure has been to different fashion houses and different brands. And this one is not less than because it's Etro, and the other one is Louis Vuitton. Definitely the quality is absolutely there. Even the way that the design of this one is manufactured and structured together, where the two pieces of canvas are sewn together, is the same. I also hear people talk about how thin current date the Louis Vuitton canvas is and how it doesn't have the kind of detailing that it used to have. I have a vintage Louis Vuitton piece, and I will say that from 1989, the canvas on this is thick, sturdy. I have not felt a toiletry pouch, let me just say that up front. The canvas is thick and sturdy. It has a great texture to it. So, I mean, this is a quality item. Just because one was Louis Vuitton, one's Etro, does not mean the quality is different, because I feel like the quality is there and absolutely on par. Now, like I mentioned, it's the name recognition, right? I really like the fact that it was from Louis Vuitton, and I really like that piece. So it's more of a kind of perception thing. But that has, definitely, I think, dropped down on the list for me, where I don't feel the stronger desire to want the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch, because this one absolutely fits the bill. Next up, I think it's natural that you start learning about something, or when you see it repeated and in your face all the time, that if you liked it, you really, really liked it, or, it just starts to grow on you. And I think that's also one of the reasons why I like the toiletry pouch, because, like I said, I mean, in all, it was because it was from Louis Vuitton, right? And it has all of those kind of like things that come along with it, where it's like a highly desirable item. And if I didn't want it, if I no longer desired it anymore, I could resell it, like sell it to someone else, and I move on to buy something else, that kind of thing. But I'm not feeling that kind of strong desire towards the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch specifically, because I have something that's just as good. Also, what did I put here too? And the other piece that I wanted to talk about here and what I had to kind of like settle my way in, really truly think about it, is just because something is popular does not mean it is better. It just means a lot more people are talking about it. And that's that, right? Like if someone were to ask me, you know, whether I would recommend this, I absolutely would. I would say that the only issue would be that if you're trying to carry this for makeup purposes, then you want to use items that are dry, not liquid, because the interior is not wipeable. But if you're trying to carry this, and I have lotion in here, so I mean, I don't mind. I mostly carry dry things in here, so I would say that's the biggest difference. But I don't, like I said, Etro's not as popular as Louis Vuitton, but that's okay. Just because 15 other people are walking around with this from Louis Vuitton and only 3 people are walking around with this from Etro does not mean that it's less quality, or something that you should not go for. It depends on kind of your goal, what you want out of the item, and kind of what your desire is. Like I think I mentioned already before, and that is, I don't feel the immediate need to want or gravitate towards the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch, because I found just as good of an item for a lot less of a price that completely fits the needs that I want this item to fit. Does that mean that that will be the case for everything? No, but specifically for this works out great for me, and I'm glad that I found it. And yeah, so there are other Louis Vuitton things that I do want, but just the toiletry pouch in this size is not one of them. Yeah, so that's just what I'm feeling. Not really kind of a dig or anything like that on people who want the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch. If you're willing to spend that amount of money on it, do what makes you happy, do what works for you. Just wanted to give an update on kind of what my experience has been. I definitely was interested when I first bought it to see whether I actually would feel like I really, really needed the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch again. Still, after several months, and I'm definitely happy to say that I don't. I have found something that is great, and even if people aren't talking about it or whatever, I have no intent of selling this. So I don't really care that the resale value is not there for this. I think I got it at a good price anyway. So, you know, I think I won out for both areas in that way. So, and it comes with a dust bag too. So that's my thoughts. That's kind of where I am. And hopefully that was all cohesive and made sense to you, and you enjoyed this video. I won't keep rambling because I'm done at this point. So thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you again soon. Bye.